Hi guys, I'm back. Um, so just with another update. Tomorrow I'll be going into silence for 3 days. So I won't be online and whatnot. So I will see you on the other side of that. Anthony's just gone into program volunteering for a program called Bhavana Spandana. Saying that incorrectly, but BSP for short. Uh, so that's what he's doing, and he's pretty excited about that. And this morning, we had a ceremony for my grandfather. So here at the ashram, there is something that's conducted for, I suppose, their death rituals. So when someone departs, within a certain space of time, you can do a process called Kala Bhairava Karma. And if that's not possible, then any time after the person has departed, there's another process that you can do on a specific moon called Kala Bhairava Shanti. And essentially it's for the smooth transition of the departed soul, and also to leave the family members in a more of a sense of in more of a peaceful state, I guess. So that process was conducted this morning, and it was very beautiful. It started off at the Linga Bhairavi temple, and there's like a photo that you need, and then they give you I don't even know what it is, like there's some camphor, there's some stick things, something wrapped in a cloth, and so for that process, basically a blood relative needs to do it. So that's what I did this morning. So starting there, and then the Swami is basically runs this, I guess, or guides you through it. So Tata's was first up, and after that we walk from Linga Bhairavi to the Dhyana Linga. It's all placed in this box. He burns incense all the way through, and we go in front of the Dhyana Linga. And so Tata's my grandfather. His photo with all these things in this box is placed in front of the Dhyana Linga, and then there's a cloth that gets tied on a tamarind tree, and then we make a round around it, and then go to the mandapam, which is by the lake, and there's another process that happens there, and it's all done. There's no talking. It's in silence, but there's chanting, and it's just the Swami that's chanting, and then there's an audio of Sadhguru chanting as well. And I feel very grateful to be able to do that for my grandfather. And when I die, I'd like someone to do that for me, for sure. That's a very beautiful thing to happen. So that's what happened this morning. In the last couple of days, since my last video, things have changed a bit. My attitude has changed. So I'm learning. Actually, there's a couple of girls here. One is 5 and one is 6, and they're daughters of one of the meditators, and they're just staying here for a little while. And so these two girls, Shruti and Melina, I think it's Melina, the two of them, they're so vibrant and so beautiful. And whenever they come to the dining hall, they run up to the counter and want to help to serve. So we always give them the little bowl of pickle, and they go around to everyone, giving everyone pickle. And I was just looking at them and thinking, these two girls, they're just so vibrant, so full of energy. they are so willing to do something, and they don't really care what anybody else is doing, whether anybody else is dishing anything out. It's just not even there. They're just doing what they want to do and having a lot of fun doing what they're doing. So yeah, I was looking at them and thinking, I think these girls have it right. Uh, so I'm learning from 5-year-olds, and yeah, it's been really fun. Uh, yeah, enjoying what I'm doing, spending a lot more time in the Dhyana Linga. So I try to spend at least 2 hours a day in there, and the ashram is very vibrant. It's hard to find a quiet space here. So the Dhyana Linga is silent, but when people walk in, they've all got like anklets with bells on them, so it's always like as they walk. And also there's children that come with their parents, and they make noise, and sometimes they cry, and then they get kicked out or asked to leave, politely asked to leave. And so it's not a silent space, which, comparing it to a lot of the Vipassana retreats that I used to do, that was in complete total silence. And initially I was starting to get a little annoyed at how I just want to sit and meditate in this silent space, and the space is just not silent. But then I think after spending more and more time in the Dhyana Linga, something's changing within me. So I'm starting to find that silence within myself. So it's a space that's been carved out inside of me where it's silent, and kind of doesn't really matter what's going on outside, and this silence or stillness is being carried through, which is really nice. Tomorrow I go into 3 days of silence. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, silence seems to be the bit of a theme, I guess. So yeah, I'll be doing a sadhana schedule, so practices all day for 3 days from morning till evening, which will be really nice, like a wonderful opportunity to just focus on practice and go inward and be in silence. So I'm looking forward to that. I went to the rejuvenation clinic and had an appointment with one of the Ayurvedic doctors, and yeah, so she told me my pitta is very, very high, so there's lots of heat in the body, and it's unsurprising, the heat and the heat rash, and just, oh gosh, it's just been hot. So yeah, it's been nice. I was drinking buttermilk before I went to see her, and I just felt, sitting outside, and I just felt like heat just leaving my body. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this buttermilk is really effective at cooling you down, or leaving the heat, letting the heat escape from the system. And yeah, so I've got a whole lot of herbs or little tincture wine things to drink before and after a meal, and to help with everything else, getting things back into balance, which is nice. And that's about it. Yeah. So theme of the week, silence. And interestingly, there's every now and again they change a story they put a story out about one of the brahmacharis or the monks or Mars that I suppose like their journey. And yeah, it was interesting that the brahmachari that they shared, or the brahmachari story that they shared recently, is about one of the first 8 monks in this order. And he went out, Sadhguru sent him with just his bucket and loincloth, and he went out for a year to, I suppose, beg, in that sense. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, you get, where you live the life of a monk, and he was told to be in complete silence. So, and he's been in silence for 25 years. So you can only imagine the stillness in that being. So yeah, it's been a really good week. I'm very grateful to be here, and yeah, I will chat with you at the end of my 3 days of silence. It's not 25 years, but 3 days. So stay well, and yeah, keep your messages coming through. Bye.